guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. So the third drop for the Murakami Louis Vuitton re-edition collaboration is dropping officially on May 22nd this week. If you are a VIP, VVIP, you have already had the opportunity to order some of these pieces. I know that those clients were offered these pieces at the beginning of May, but officially for everybody else and on the website, it should be on the 22nd. I put a poll up on my community page for you guys to vote to see how you were feeling about this collection. I know the first two drops have had a lot of critiques over how they were launched. And so yeah, for this third collection, I put a poll up to see how you guys were feeling about it. And about 60% of you said you were skipping the collection. I think that could be for a few different reasons, but let's take a look at what's going to drop and then we can talk about it. Let's start off with the handbags and the small leather goods, which I think are obviously going to be the more popular pieces. First up is the Speedy 20. This is retailing for $2,870. I've seen a lot of people comment online that they feel the collection is very expensive. So if you feel that way too, let me know down in the comments. The Speedy is always a cute bag. There is the Lisa wallet. This is retailing for $785. The Nano Alma, this looks really cute, $2,300. The Neverfull, $3,300 in the MM size. Now the denim, I do like the denim. The denim is fun, and I really like the photos that they have with Zendaya wearing it with the white dress. I think it is like a nice fun little pop. The Sunset bag is retailing for $3,550. There is a key pouch. This is $650. I feel like that's a lot of money for just like this little SLG. And you can get the regular monogram for $340. So the price point is definitely, it's just like almost double. It's a lot. Then we have the push-up accessoire. This one's cute. I do like this one, and this is the bag that, you know, speaks to like that inner teenager the most for me, especially with like the multicolor and the cherry blossoms. I do like this one. I think if I were to get a piece, it might be in the denim because I feel like it's very cute. But again, I don't think I would reach for this a lot. The Neverfull Inside Out BB is also in the denim. This one's retailing for $3,550. $350, yeah, right. And then we have the white canvas. On the website, they have the Speedy Soft in size 30. This one is basically $5,000. It's a lot of money. The Push-Up Matisse East West. This is my favorite Louis Vuitton bag I own. I only have two right now. And yeah, and they're both the Push-Up Matisse, but the East-West, the little East-West size is my favorite. It's very cute and versatile, so I do reach for it a lot. The regular monogram is $3,150. So not a huge difference for this limited edition piece. Then we have the wallet on chain Ivy. This is $2,300. The Zippy wallet, I feel like the prices for these wallets in this collection have been crazy. There was one that I really liked, the Capucines wallet, and that one was really expensive as well that I decided to skip it. I didn't feel like I wanted to spend that much money on a wallet. If I'm gonna splurge on a designer wallet, I'd much rather go for something like this from YSL, $680. It's the grained leather. It's a beautiful wallet, very classic. So if you are looking for something designer in the compact wallet space, I would recommend looking at this one. Then we have the side trunk in the monogram with the cherries. This one's retailing for $5,000 and it's in the size MM. We have a mini bum bag, $2,300. Then we have the cosmetic pouch PM. This is retailing for $1,000. Multicolor canvas was retailing for less. It was $845. So I don't know why the cherry is so much more expensive. They're both the PM size. Then we have the travel case for the fragrance. This is another piece that I would probably skip in general from Louis Vuitton. I just don't feel like my fragrances need a travel case like this, and generally I'm taking like little mini samples with me or just like a tiny travel size. So I don't know. Here we have the Croissant PM in the denim. This one's $4,950, so another piece around the $5,000 mark. The backpack, the Venice NM, that looks cute, $4,350. The Alma BB is also available in the white canvas with the cherries. This one is $2,870. The On the Go GM. $4,100. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about the bigger canvas pieces with all the cherries? It seems like a little busy for me. I think I would lean more towards something smaller. I don't know. Then the cube coin purse, $750. The keep all and the denim, $6,150. Now, this piece I think is crazy. It is the cosmetic pouch in the GM size. It is $2,430 for a cosmetic bag. I know a lot of people tend to use the cosmetic bags as like purses, and that was a big trend, especially a few years ago. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of money though. Scrolling through the rest of the collection, we have this suitcase, the Horizon 55, another piece just over $5,000.
This is another piece that's more expensive than the version from the previous drop. So here from the Cherry Blossom collection, we have the suitcase, which is just under $4,000. So not sure why the big difference.
Then we have the toiletry pouch. This is a piece that people really like to use as like an under the arm clutch. This one's retailing for $1,750. The passport cover, $555. I mean, if you were to want to get something small, this could be an option. Although I will say I have kind of decided that passport covers are a bit of a waste of money. You have to remove them every time you're in the airport, so it can get a little annoying. The thing about the passport covers from Louis Vuitton though is I will say they are a fun travel souvenir. So if you go to different boutiques around the world, they usually have a special stamp for the city and they'll emboss that and they'll stamp it into the inside of the passport. So it's kind of a fun memento to have of your travels, especially now that I feel like they don't really stamp the passports as often as they used to. I think out of all the bags so far, I think this one is my favorite, the little Capucines mini. This one's retailing for $6,750. The Capucines are always such a pricey bag, but I think this is such a little fun, cute summer type bag, so I really like that one. I think, again, out of all of them, that's my favorite. Then we have this little port cart magnet, a little card holder, that's also $555. The keep all in the size 45, $4,900. And we have some more Capucines. Here's the BB. This one is $7,500 in the red. And then we have another mini, $6,850. This is in the white leather with the cherries. And then this black one with the chain and the cherry charms on the chain for $8,050. Again, out of all of the Capucines, love the picnic little wicker basket one. I think that's the cutest. Then we have the Capucines compact wallet, $1,500 for that compact wallet. And lastly, for the bags, we have the Twist PM that's retailing for $5,300.
Almost forgot to include this Neverfull Inside Out in the size BB. This is retailing for $3,550 and it's in the denim.
Now, if you're looking for just a little piece and you want to just get something like a small accessory, there are a lot of options for this drop. We have the Cerise bracelet, $495. The bandeau, there are quite a few of the different bandeaus, and this is like a nice little price point again if you're trying to get just something small. The bag chain, $760. We have a little keychain as well in the denim. This is called the Cerise Dragon. A micro speedy in the denim. It's like a back charm. It's a back charm. $1,040. A scrunchie for $355. Another bag charm with the cherries. We also have a scarf. The cherry earrings. These are $720. Again, another bag charm. This is a mini mirror. Another scarf. This bracelet is cute. If you'd like a gold little charm fashion bracelet, this one is available. And there's also the matching necklace. Again, more charms, a bucket hat, some hair cubes. Interesting. Okay. I feel like those are like the hair ties with the plastic balls that kind of like would hurt. When you took them off, they'd like smack you or hit you. Or if you had them at the end of like your braid. That's what that reminds me of. Some socks for $275. Okay. The sunglasses pouch, that's cute. A notebook for $110. I mean, if you're really like on a small budget, but you really want something from this collection, I think that's the cheapest thing we've seen so far. Then we have this beach chair. This is cute, $1,820. I also really like the fan. I probably would never buy it because it's a $500 fan, but I think it's really cute. And then we have a set of 2 scrunchies in the brown monogram and the white monogram for $425. And then finally, the Charms hats.
These are the shoes of the collection. Of these, my favorites would have to be those denim Mary Janes and then the Lily Flat Mule in the raffia. I think those are really cute with the little cherry charm. And then they also have some t-shirts and swimsuits for the collection. I really like that one piece the best. Here are a few more little things that you can pick up from the collection. And then whenever I see like bikes like this, I always wonder how many of these they actually sell.
So that's the collection for the cherries. What do you guys think? Again, earlier in the video, I said that I did a poll, and the majority of you guys said that you would be skipping this collection. So why do you think that is? I mean, I think it's kind of a combination of various things. It could be that it's just not really in people's style. It's not something that they would go for. Or if it is something that they would go for, I know that a lot of people have mentioned it's very expensive, and I tend to agree that a lot of these pieces are priced very high, especially compared to their non-Murakami counterparts. So, you know, there's always that. It's like, how much am I going to be reaching for this special edition cherry design over, you know, the normal design that's a lot less and maybe a little bit more versatile? I don't know. And then the other part of it is I know a lot of people are unhappy with how the drops went for the first 2 collections. I mean, the multicolor collection I know was kind of a mess. You know, people trying to get pieces and waiting in line, and, you know, it was just all over the place. I think I tried to get some pieces online for the multicolor, and it just didn't happen. Everything kept selling out really, really fast. And then, you know, for the next drop, they did that waiting room, which I felt personally like it went a little bit better than the multicolor drop, but I know a lot of people didn't ever get out of the waiting room and were unhappy about that. But then the problem with that collection was that you could order something, but then you got this notification saying that until you got a shipping confirmation, you weren't guaranteed that piece. So it was possible to make an order, and then a lot of people got their orders canceled. So I know people were unhappy about that as well. So I don't know, maybe that's really affecting how people feel about this third drop. I personally had a favorite drop, which was the Cherry Blossom, the multicolor, and then the cherries were never really my favorite of the 3. I don't know, guys. Let me know how you feel about this third drop. Are you gonna pick anything up? Have you already picked something up with your essay? Alright guys, well that's the end of this video. If you liked it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. If you love luxury handbags, shopping, shoes, beauty, then this is the place for you. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys!